just want to give you a little bit of information about the Hong Kong Fellowship Scheme. To introduce myself, I'm Dr. Aditi Bhatia. I'm the program leader for the research postgraduate program. We also have online with us Professor Kathleen Ahrens, who will join me in the question and answer session, who is the Departmental Research Committee Chair. Just a little bit about our department. Our mission is linguistic excellence in professional contexts. We're an interdisciplinary department composed of linguists and communication experts from around the world. Our department consists of leading international scholars contributing to teaching and research. In fact, I'd really strongly suggest you sort of scroll through our website, have a look at what different colleagues are working on, what their research areas and teaching areas are. Now, all of this information is available on our website. We have 5 key teaching and research areas: language and professional communication, language teaching and learning, English language and applied linguistics, media and communication, area studies, and intercultural communication. So if you are interested in applying for the program for the Hong Kong Fellowship, please do sort of look through these teaching and research areas, because we strongly encourage proposals that are in the areas that the department specializes in. I mean, I'm very proud, obviously, that PolyU doesn't only, not only does PolyU rank 65th in the world in the QS rankings, but linguistics itself ranks 55th. This is ahead of Yale University, Cornell, and the University of York. And this is partly because of our, very rich and very diverse research areas. So I'm just going to very quickly go through these key research areas. Again, all of this information is on our website, so you can sort of revisit the website and, carefully look through the information provided in those areas. In terms of language and professional communication, this research profile focuses on all areas relating to language and professional communication, including lexicogrammatical discourse, genre, pragmatic studies in professional contexts, organizational communication, intercultural and professional communication, communicative competencies, cultural identities, multicultural workplaces, and English for specific purposes. Specifically, we look at healthcare communication, political communication, professional communication, and scholarly communication. You'll notice that the names of staff members are listed under the areas in which they work. If you see a little asterisk by the name of the individual, it means that there can be potential chief supervisors. So when you are writing down in your proposal, if you're applying for study and you have to, either consult someone in the department that you're interested in working with, or you need to put down a potential supervisor, please be mindful. Only the individuals, the staff members who have an asterisk by the name, can be full-time chief supervisors in the coming academic year. Within this area, our second research area is language teaching and learning, where we look at the teaching and learning of English and other languages, second language acquisition, needs analysis, program evaluation, language policy, teacher training and learning, professional development, genre-based pedagogy and curriculum development. And more specifically, the areas include English as lingua franca, English for specific purposes, second language acquisition, and second language writing. Our third research area is English language and applied linguistics. This research profile includes all areas of linguistics, English language and systemic functional linguistics. It looks at discourse analysis, conversational analysis, corpus linguistics, theory of languages and other semiotic systems. And some of these sub-areas include clinical linguistics, cognitive linguistics, corpus linguistics, sociolinguistics, and systemic functional linguistics. I'd also like to add at this point that we have in the department, we've welcomed 2 new professors, including our head of department. That's Professor Eric Virginal and Professor Stefano Occupanti. So we're very interested in their work areas. So please do take the time to carefully read the research that they're doing, so that you can orient your proposal accordingly. Our fourth research area is media and communication. This research area focuses on all aspects of media communication in various contexts. It includes, but is not limited to, creative cultural industries, public communication, corporate communication, and some of the sub-areas include critical discourse analysis, and public health messaging. And lastly, our fifth research area is area studies and intercultural communication, where we're interested in linguistic and sociocultural aspects of particular areas such as Hong Kong and Europe. Research topics can include intercultural communication in professional contexts, intercultural communicative competencies, cultural identities, language and gender. Some of the sub areas in this research profile include language and migration, multilingualism, and multiculturalism. So again, please do have a look at the research areas so that if you're putting forward a proposal or if you're hoping to collaborate with any of our members of the department, you orient your proposal as close to their research interests as possible. We also house two very prestigious research centers, the International Research Center for the Advancement of Health Communication, where the focus is on global healthcare communication research, social psychology of language and healthcare communication, and the impact of the development of healthcare policy, healthcare education, and best practice guidelines. Our second research center is the Research Center for Professional Communication in English, which looks at communication in professional settings. It's interested in creating and hosting online specialized corpora. It promotes best practices in professional communication, and it intends to promote knowledge transfer of applied linguistics research. We also house some award-winning teachers and researchers. In fact, our colleagues every year. We win something or the other every year. So, you'd be working amongst some of the most leading experts in their fields. We also have a number of outstanding performance in general research grants. A lot of our members department colleagues hold very significant and valuable and relevant grants. So you can have a look at their staff profile to read more about the grants that they hold. I also want to talk to you a little bit now about the key features of the Hong Kong Fellowship Scheme. It is expected that if you're interested in applying to the program that you will apply through the Hong Kong Fellowship Scheme. It offers an annual stipend of 325,000 Hong Kong dollars for the entire normal study period. You're also entitled to an annual conference grant of $13,000 for the entire normal study period. This can be included with additional offers from PolyU itself, which can include a tuition waiver scholarship, cash awards, and university accommodation, usually guaranteed for 2 years. Some of our recent awardees have gone on to attain very prestigious posts in universities and in the industry. So I think that's one of the things that we're most proud of, that if you're graduating from a department, you have some very relevant and significant career options open to you. The admission requirements include an MPhil or a research postgraduate degree with a dissertation as an award requirement, so conferred by a recognized university. So you need to have evidence that you have conducted some form of research before, either in the form of a thesis or a dissertation or a significant research paper. You also need to have a bachelor's degree with first-class honors conferred by a recognized university. The English proficiency requirement is that you need to fulfill one of the following English language requirements if your degree is not from a university that uses English as a medium of instruction. That is either an overall score of 6.5 in the IELTS or at least a 550 in the test of English as in the TOEFL for the paper-based test, or at least an 80 in the internet-based test. All English language scores will be considered valid for 2 years after the date of the test. Some important dates to remember: submission of your initial application needs to be made to the RGC. It is from noon 1st of September to noon 1st of December. So 1st of December, 12 p.m. is the deadline. Please do not, I would suggest you not submit last minute. Try to submit a few days before at least, because sometimes, systems can get overwhelmed, and it's just better to be organized about that. You need to submit a full application to PolyU by 1st December 2022, 11:59 p.m. Submit a full application and pay the application fee of $300 via the PolyU e-admission system, and you'll usually receive a Hong Kong Fellowship reference number that you can then quote. If you have further inquiries about the program or any of the admission procedures, please do feel free to reach out to Ms. Plosa Kwan in the department.